And in the midst of that,
Yeah.
you wrote another book.
I did.
Tell me about it.
Well, it's called A Wedding Dress with Combat Boots. So I knew a lot about what happened to my mother's family because my mother was very vocal. She'd tell us everything. My girls would ask her questions and we would, and she'd tell us every little detail. My father, not so much. He was a quiet man, worked in the bakery. He was actually an alcoholic. And he'd come home from work every morning, stumbling up the street. And I didn't know how to deal with that, but he was just couldn't articulate what was in his heart, I guess. Anyway, he passed away at the age of 69, very young, 1978, and I never knew. We'd ask him, Daddy, what happened to your family? What happened to your family? He said, they died in the war. They died in the war. That's all he'd say. In 2018, we made one of our trips to Israel. We've gone 17 times, just got back recently. And
you guys have a heart for Israel.
Yeah, we do. And in 2018, it was the 70th anniversary of Israel being a Jewish nation. So we didn't want to go empty-handed. So we started a nonprofit organization called the Isaacs Foundation, and we took $100,000 with us and blessed Holocaust survivors and orphans and the Israeli soldiers. We wanted to spread the joy. We also helped support homeless in America. So that's been our foundation ever since. But we went to the Holocaust Museum during that trip, and I got documents. My brother and I helped me get documents of my parents' release forms from the camps and their citizenship papers. So I took that to the Holocaust Museum with me, and I said, anything you can tell me about my family, please let me know. They said, okay. Within a month after getting home, I started getting documents about my father's family that I never knew. He had 5 siblings at home, only one living after the war with his parents. All the rest of his family was taken to Treblinka concentration camp in northern Poland. They were gassed in the gas chambers and their bodies were burned to ash. And I couldn't not write my second book. I didn't know what had happened to my family. So that's when I started the second book, because I had to tell the story of how I found out. And I was dealing with some health issues at the time, and a pastor friend of ours was praying for me because I wanted to get the book done. And right in the middle of our prayer, he stopped. He said, Lily, I just see a vision of you standing somewhere. You're wearing a beautiful wedding dress, but you have combat boots on. And I couldn't get that out of my brain. I thought, okay, Lord, I know I'm in the body of Christ. I'm your bride, but I'm fighting something all the time. So I had to name that book, A Wedding Dress with Combat Boots.
The battles we go through.
The battles we go through, but we're still the bride of Christ.